Hello and welcome to the Drava River Flyby. We are here with the PDGA Euro Tour, the first tournament in Europe this year in Varazdin, Croatia. The Pro Forester is presented by Latitude 64 and the coverage is by More Disc Golf. My name is Jahn and with me is Dave Lizotte, who will present the competitors.
Well, thanks, Jahn. It's certainly good to be back here on the second round, and we have the same women as we had in the first round, so they've all managed to hold on to their lead. Wiebke Jahn from Germany and Laura Posch from Austria. And it's again a very cold day. We have Maria Liivamägi. I do apologize for the pronunciation of the last name, which I'm sure I didn't get quite right. And Andreja Bernjak is also with us today from Slovenia. Let's get into it.
This is Latitude 64. The smallest of grains handled with the greatest passion. Always trying to improve, always trying to be better. Out of curiosity, excitement, thrill. For the player and the sport. Because we want to make disc golf awesome for you.
Okay, thank you Latitude for sponsoring this, and thank you to all the camera guys and editors who made this possible. So we're flying over hole number one. Remember, the difference between hole number one of the FPO card and the MPO is this one is a little shorter. We're taking the right turn right here, and the basket is shorter. So we have 165 meters, which is still played as a par 4.
It's still pretty long, yeah.
It is pretty long, and yesterday we've seen strong winds. Today it's just cold again. It's cold. Trying to have warm thoughts and warm hands, especially. Just look at these guys. Everybody's like, oh yeah, let's play disc golf.
Yeah, everyone's jumping around, and it is a very cold day in Croatia, and the women are just happily getting ready to go. Wiebke's up first. And that's basically just what she planned to do. Well, maybe not get it into those little, into the seesaws and trees, but basically the first shot is just to get out of the tee-off area so that you can have a nice line for an approach. Maria went off a little bit to the right, but there's not that much trouble in the way, so she should be having a decent look at the basket from there. Oof. Up high, up high.
Laura still has her little bounce in her swing. And as there's same wind conditions as yesterday, the lift, there was a lift on the wind, on the disc, of course.
So they must be having a bit of a headwind here on the first hole.
Side wind, I think.
Yeah.
Here from the side.
Okay. All right, there we go. Right in the middle of the fairway. That's exactly what you wanted. And from there, Wiebke is concentrating because this one's got a stick. And she's put it on. Yeah, she has the distance. Put it on a nice Anheuser. It faded out a little bit too early. It's cold.
It's cold. Even though this was her most trustworthy driver, she couldn't. She couldn't really bring it. Ooh.
That went up way too high, but she got through, and we'll have a relatively short third shot. Don't hit that tree. Oh, unfortunate. Unfortunate. I was going right towards the basket.
Come on, Andreja. You can...
That's
really
good.
good.
That looks really nice. Come on in. There we go.
Yeah. Have a look at
All right,
Birdie
there in two. Look at Birdie. I think everyone else is a little too far out to be talking about birdies, hoping to just save the pars, and so she's gonna be behind two little trees, unfortunately, to be saving her par.
But remember how she putted in the first round? She was always going for it.
Absolutely.
I vote for Maria.
Yeah, absolutely.
She was a little unlucky. A lot of wrong parts of metal. Not the moving ones, but the stiff metal parts that are unforgiven.
That didn't work. I think she just wanted to say, it must have stuck to her hands. I'm sure the hands are cold and everything, but she was expecting to be really close. Oh. Good attempt to save the par. Here's Maria behind these two little trees. They don't seem to be that much in the way, and she's left it unfortunately short. She'll be starting with a bogey.
And for those people who just tune in here, unlucky. Andreja, she was really
going for it.
Yeah, she was
which
going
is
for
a totally good sign. There we go. There's a nice solid putt for par. Oof. Yeah. Rough start.
Rough.
But yeah, say what you will, about being careful when you're putting, but especially in these kind of situations. But hey, I'm all for going for it. I've had enough back and forth moments in my tournament careers that I know how it feels, and she's still smiling, so it's all good that they're not taking this outrageously too seriously. And
yeah, we have to remember this is the first leg of the tour, of the Euro Tour, and basically for all you young players or new players out there, this is really a perfect tournament to start your tournament career when all the big guns are maybe not there, because Dinko, he designed the course thinking about Evelina and Kirsten Tata, but they are not here, so...
They're in the States, actually, at this moment.
Yeah. But, of course, it's a tournament, it's a Euro Tour, so it's gotta be prestigious, and this hole actually is prestigious. It's reachable for all of them if you hit the line 85 meters straight. Should all be in the bags of all the ladies here, and we'll see if Laura gets hold of her bounce and gets this lane, the straight line here.
Oh, she's pulled that off a bit to the right, but it seems to have gone through, so she's made some good distance.
Yeah, those avid viewers who watched the first round with us, they know that you don't have to hit the line, but you might get lucky.
This is looking
otherwise
sweet. Right.
But there's no discussion here, huh?
No discussion here. She's made it into the circle, so she'll have a solid chance at birdie. About 8 meters away from the basket.
Yeah, and Maria always tries to get her sidearm out.
Yeah. If this one comes back, it'll look good, but she's unfortunately clipped a little branch. And she'll probably also have to be settling for a par on this short hole.
Yeah, everything else would be magic.
Okay, started off to the right, got a nice little kiss to the left, but ended up in some rather ugly bushes.
So, Wiebke placed her drive in the green, on the green, and close to the basket. All others have to struggle to get there. Oh, that was a good kick.
Absolutely, yeah.
Actually, sometimes we in Bremen we are the Bremen commentary guys, and we have this term of a squid, which is a kick or a skip shot that actually is not really on purpose, but it brings you closer to the basket under uncanny conditions.
An uncanny condition is perfectly well said. All right, well, that's a missed putt again. Now here's Wiebke for her birdie, the only birdie chance on the card. Whoosh, just a little soft. It's so hard to play when it's cold. First round in the morning, I'm sure they're out there pretty early.
There you go. Laura does everything to keep
she
the
had
card
a
clean.
good,
Yeah.
very, very good, yeah. Nice par. Also par.
Come on. Good putt for bogey here.
Yeah.
Bam. And Wiebke with a tap in par. And she knows. And she smiles about it that there was more in this shot than just a par. But as long as you're smiling, you're doing the right thing on the course.
Absolutely. Right, on to hole 3. It's 139 meters, which doesn't seem terribly far, but it's tight, so it is a par 4. And a little bit of a dog leg to the left, you could say. Pretty much really straight, though.
Yeah.
Depends which side of the tree you choose to go on. And so they're going to have an approximately 80 to 90 meter drive, and they're still going to be left with 50, 60, 70 meters, depending on how the drive went, to get to the basket. So,
and it's not a flat
tough hole.
ground. Yeah, it's not a flat ground. There's a little elevation, like ups and downs. The basket is actually in the ditch. And I have to mention again, these really fine tee-offs. Oh, Laura.
Look at that.
Thank
Pipe the
you.
line. Oh, yeah. Sweet shot. Sweet shot.
Here we go.
Yeah. Fiddling with the catch cam.
Also good. Taking the turn here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what
Left
you
side
want
of the
to do.
fairway. I think it's pretty open down there, so I'm not too sure whether left or right of the fairway is better. From a design point of view, I'd assume the right-hand side of the fairway would be better, because it's easy to get onto the left side. You just have to throw a little hyzer for right-handed players. And Maria certainly has shown complete control with her forehand so far.
Yeah, well, I think like this hole 3 here, everybody's out there.
Yeah. And it was a tight gap to get out.
It is a tight
it's
gap.
Very tight to get off the tee, so they're all pretty pleased with the start, and Wiebke's up first. Not one of the longest throwers in Germany, but certainly one of the most consistent players on tour in Germany for sure. Wiebke. She tends to always do well.
Yeah, well, I think she has a good drive. If she hits it, it's really good. Like
Yeah, well. Good.
Oh,
Lucky tree hit. So she'll be right in the circle for a birdie chance,
are we
correct?
looking for birdies here?
We're looking for we're on the birdie chase.
Jeep, jeep, jeep.
Someone was happy with that. I didn't quite see where it ended up, but it got a ooh from the crowd, so that's good. Oh, there's the basket. That looked close.
Well, this is not a putt.
No. Look at that thing floating in.
Yeah, I
Didn't
thought
quite
she
have
had
the
already-
angle on it, but
I don't get it.
yeah, she must have hit the bush early. Wiebke also has unfortunately hit a tree, keeping her on the edge of the circle, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Come on. No, just falling too short. The line was great.
I think, Dave, it's safe to say that we won't want it as badly as the competitors do. Like the putt going in.
Oh, yeah. Oh. I think everybody wants to see putts going in.
Well, I think there are some disturbed minds out there. Oh, yes!
There we go. There's a birdie. First birdie on the day from Laura.
We'll just get a chill from 3 putts and stuff like that. Easy par. Very good. I think that's her first par on the round. That's right. Andreja is back to the normal.
Normal being?
Par.
Par.
Yeah. So another, it's a tight hole. First, wide open. Then here the guardian trees, and it's proceeding to a beautiful green, but you have to reach it. And basically, what we saw from the drives on hole number 3, they should all be like. Do you see this little stump here?
Sort of lining around there if they get the pipe,
there,
no?
And be happy if it's further and not, have a clean putt.
Yeah, beautiful green. Gotta get past that first one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why they're there for.
Maybe a little high, but it snuck through.
Oh, she parked it.
It's right there.
Yeah. Somehow it managed to sneak through the little entangled ivy on the trees and actually make it right to the basket. And now we see unfortunate, another kiss. Yeah, that's too bad. You can see from halfway down the fairway there how tight the gap is.
Come on.
Yeah, she's pulled that off. A little bit to the right again. She seems to be a little bit off balanced on the drive. Falls off to the right. Disc goes to the right. That's
Disco right. Disco left.
Disco in the middle.
Oh!
Almost
Burned
good.
It out there.
But then the disc was a little bit too understable for that kind of an angle on it to come back.
And this is a tester for Laura.
That's a nice shot. There we go. Just on the edge of the bullseye. That should be an easy.
No 3 putts here, please, Andreja. And this might
what a
back.
sweet looking floater shot she has with that forehand. So much control.
Good touch, Maria. Really good. Okay. Like, if you can say so,
for
Laura
the birdie.
is dirtying her card on this hole. And
there
that's
we
a
go.
birdie.
There we go.
So, in the 2 players who are over 900 rated, we have a momentum shift here on hole number 4. And this is a beautiful par.
Unfortunately, bogey.
Yep.
For Laura.
Tap in for Maria. Well, hole 5. This is a hook to the right and where the basket is a little elevated. But when we talk about the basket, we have to get there first. Of course, the whole Drava Forester setup is really demanding. Hit the lines, then it's fair. Don't hit the lines and you might find yourself in rough. 105 meters, so...
Not terribly long, but again, it's tucked into the right-hand side, which is always a little more difficult for the majority of the right-handed players who don't necessarily have a forehand. But we'll see. I think most of the players here are just trying to get a relatively straight shot down the middle of the fairway.
See that in the back there? That Andreja keeps her disc warm?
No, I didn't see that.
Oh.
So just missed the angle, just missed the gap there, tiny little bit, and completely stopped all forward motion.
And all the players know that the front nine
Don't
is
hit that
actually
tree. Oh, nice. Great.
the front nine is actually easier to play than the back nine. So score low on the front nine, and you will get your bogeys on the back nine anyways.
Well,
So if you want to have a low score, all in all, oh yeah.
yeah, nice and low. Unfortunately, a little tree kick, but it was already going down, so she only lost about 10-15 meters with that.
I think it helps when you keep your disc warm, because she just pulled it under her
Her vest?
Yeah,
Under
she
her
had
vest?
it under
Yeah.
her vest.
That's a good trick to keep your disc in your clothes until you need to throw it.
I only do that when it's rainy. That it's
So
kind
to
of-
keep it dry.
yeah.
Mm.
I never had this. Is that good enough?
That
Ooh.
is almost good enough. She's certainly on the circle, but the circle also seems to be sharing some space with lots of bushes and trees and branches and stumps.
Oh,
So,
that's what you saw by this
Not-
little pan of the camera.
yeah, not all the greens are completely tree-free, that's for sure. There's a lot of things in the way, even within 5 or 6 meters of the basket, or the huge tree there right beside the basket.
That was her second shot where she wanted to curve it in, and the disc just didn't. Perfect. So, big putt for Laura.
Sit. No, now we see the elevation there. It's really hard to tell on the camera what kind of topography is going on there now, but especially with that one, you can see how much of an angle.
Yeah! Long putt for Wiebke. And Laura is still struggling.
Yeah.
So,
So quite an uphill putt, actually. Great bogey save
yeah.
from down in a ditch.
Okay, Andreja, come on. I want to see it. The height was good. The height was good. The line wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got a really solid putt, just doesn't seem to be clicking this morning, but I'm sure she'll manage to get something going if she doesn't get caught in the rabbit snare trap, apparently.
So I don't want to be rude, but this is hole
But you
6.
will be.
I will be, yeah. And this is one of my favorite holes, actually, just to take the rudeness away for a while. Because on the first round I said those competitors won't probably not be able to reach it, and I was proven wrong. Maria can go there, and when Maria can, maybe Wiebke can also. The thing is, getting over this leap here in the right speed, that is the key,
Yeah.
if you ever get there.
Yeah.
But about the rudeness, because we're seeing here when we look at the score, Laura and Maria are tight at the moment. And Wiebke has a comfortable lead of 5 shots. And yeah, that's somewhere in the middle of the fairway. There are plenty of gaps to reach the basket. So distance first and then think how to approach later.
So this is one of the very open holes, relatively, compared to some of the other. Unfortunately, Maria hit an early branch.
Yeah. So about the rudeness. Rudeness and Andreja. We had this competitor here. And
Oh,
she's-
nice.
It's a little high, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Out
still
there.
got by the basket, by the tree, so that's good.
And Julia couldn't compete here. I tell you why.
Julia.
Yeah, Julia couldn't compete. She was told she wasn't able to compete because she's from Belarus, like or Belarus. And she might have sneaked into this lead card here because her scores are about that, in that range. And just imagine, we're having fun, that's great. Just imagine leaving home from St. Petersburg to a tournament where you plan to go like in November, and you leave home and suddenly your country is at war and the borders close, and you get there and you think, yeah, all right, but still, I'm here with friends. We can play all disc golf. And then the PDGA decides, you know what? You're from the wrong country. You can't play. You can't compete. And to continue this drama, she couldn't compete, and she can't get home. Like, the good thing is she's traveling with her husband, Konstantin, who also wanted to play here, but they couldn't. They both couldn't play because Konstantin's from Russia. And, So, that was a really tight putt.
That's a really unfortunate situation. Has a lot to do with, I guess, politics, really, which we would hope would not be so involved with disc golf, which is synonymous with acceptance and flexibility and fantastic putt, by the way.
Yeah.
But I think we should continue looking at the women play here.
Oh, definitely.
And open all portals to suggestions for what happened there at that tournament with the situation.
The thing is, considering that the PDGA doesn't consider you, for example, if you are a Swede and you're playing in Germany and you're living in Sweden and in Germany, you can compete as a German. If you are a German and you're living in Spain, you can't compete as a Spain or as a person from Spain. So it's kind of this nationality in the PDGA is kind of strange, I think. But let's go down to the river Drava. What was the word again?
Drow. I believe
the Drow. Yeah, it's called Drow.
It's called the Drow.
The Drow, and it starts actually. It's one of these. What was the word?
Tributary
rivers to the Donau River, one of the 4 big ones, and
the river actually turns into almost a little bit of a lake here. Gets very wide, so the wind often builds up a little bit more on this portion of the course.
That's exactly right. Thank you for saying that, because these 3 doglegs that the ladies have to avoid or actually hit, they are right into the wind.
The 3 Mandos. And lucky and unlucky, hit a tree, but at least on the right side, so she's through and will be having to deal with her second shot already through the 3 Mandos, more or less. And if this one just tight. Comes back in, easy enough, perfect position.
Good.
That's the kind of shot, that's exactly what you need for the first shot on this hole.
Interesting how she
nice.
Yeah, really short movement here.
Yeah, totally. Doesn't seem to put a huge amount of extra energy into her throw. It's very controlled and very little movement. It's very effective. So
we all gather there except for Wiebke.
Yeah, but she'll be out there anyways. She's not too much damage by hitting that first tree. She just has to stay left here of the last Mando. Basket's right there. And that is, if it comes back. Well, it didn't, but she's still on the green, so she'll have a good chance at
7-8 meters. Should be
at
possible.
saving her par.
The red one is her M4, for those who want to know.
She shanked that one off a little bit to the left, but also on the green.
9-meter putt. She can make it.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, personally, I don't know what you're talking about interesting, but I find it very interesting how many forehand approaches, like very touchy forehand approaches, which, good run. Oh, yeah. Actually short, yeah.
That was actually the interesting I was referring to. I was wondering why Laura is choosing the sidearm here.
The sidearm approach, right?
Yeah.
Which I find it terribly difficult. Oh, yes. Sweet putt.
That is. Oh, that's so great to see Maria hit these putts, because she was so unlucky in the first round.
Also
that's
a great
also-
putt. Yeah, nice.
Thank you. That's some lead card action we bring here, presented by More Disc Golf. And Dave and Jan are really happy to see these putts going. What about you guys? Leave your comments in the commentary section. That is 3 big putts.
Yeah.
And Andreja, will she jump on the putt train?
On the par train.
Putt par train.
The putting par train. Please. There we
Thank
go.
Sometimes it's that extra drama in your head when everybody hits and they have the long putts, and then you have to the
Put in the
rather
short,
short
one. Yeah,
and
yeah. I
you
know that. Getting long putted, that's that happens more often than you would hope for. So I think all the women are very happy with getting par on that hole.
Oh yeah.
Now we jump on to the next hole, which is almost exactly twice as long, and it's a par 4. And they've added some...
The diamond. It's the infamous diamond hole.
The infamous
Infamous.
diamond hole. Okay, so everything within the stakes here is inbounds within the stakes where the basket is, correct?
That's right. And outside it's hazard. So you need 2 drives and then attack the diamond or not. So this is rolling the dice for high scores.
So basically 2 relatively solid shots to get even anywhere near the OB or hazard line, correct?
Yeah. Basically it's this, it's this open field. And
Oof, that one slipped out.
oh yeah.
That's in danger of going out of bounds.
And I
Is it?
even is.
Or is she going to be able to play from up there?
I have to check up again. Where is it? Oh,
Maria with a nice low shot, sending it out to the left, come back in right. Basically exactly probably what she wanted. It's okay. It's okay. A little high, but solid distance, so it's all good. 1, 2, 3 right there on the field, 1 up on the...
So I just looked up in the card
Well,
she can
she's
play
playing
from
there. She
Yeah.
can play from there.
See.
So she's just going to approach it down to the right, as close, without being dangerous, as close to the hazard area as she can get.
Ooh.
Oosh. Oosh. All good.
Oh,
I think. Yeah.
Interesting, really. The zigzag course.
Yeah.
Normally you have that when you're in the trees, but
That's
here
a very soft throw from Wiebke as well, just trying to inch up towards the hazard zone.
So what I was saying before was, when you have an open field ahead of you, I think disc golfers tend to freak out. It's way easier if you have some obstacle where you can, think, okay, I have to pass this, I have to curve around this.
Yeah.
But then when it's all open and then there's just this line, it's a
Absolutely.
tough shot. And
Yeah,
then-
putts are like that as well, right? If you're sort of in the bushes or something and you got to putt sort of between 2 branches,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? They're
Yeah.
somehow easier than the just open field,
Definitely.
nothing in the way putt. It must be a psychological thing.
No, it's you.
It's just me, right? Yeah. I was
Go
afraid
on.
I was afraid of that. It's only my problem. And what?
Wherever
It's-
that is.
Wherever that is, yeah, hard to tell. Looks in.
No, I agree on that. This is
And
When-
this has also gone out a little bit too early to the left and
hazard.
hazard, which means she will be able to play from there, but she gets a stroke. Correct?
That's right. Oh, I like the blink of the eye of Maria here. She's aiming big.
Oh, she didn't get it over
And
enough. It's going to
hazard.
stay in. Oh, that's also in the hazard.
So, he's playing the lead card, or he used to play the lead card. And
That's looking like a solid good shot. Just sit down. There we go.
Yeah. Attacking the green.
Yeah.
Put the needle on the diamond. Doesn't make sense. So she was short, obviously. Yeah, if you can't score low, just finish the hole and take the score. That's one of the hardest lessons in disc golf. It's just one hole, but you still can have a good round.
Yep. Nice
Beauty!
putt.
I mean, a bogey's really okay on this one. There are lots of psychological challenges on this hole.
Unfortunate double bogey for Andreja.
I'm not sure if it was on purpose, but did you see that the double bogey color matches the hat of Andreja?
I didn't notice, but thanks for pointing that out. Right, we're on to hole 9 now. 100. It's exactly 100 meters, which translates to 328 feet. Downhill, approximately 4 meters downhill. They're throwing from up on the dike. And again, there has been some hazards invented to make the course a little more difficult. So they've done a super job of managing to get a disc golf course in this area of town anyways, so.
And I'm thinking no one will go for it. Even though they have the distance, as you can see in Andreja's hair, there is wind going on. I think they will all lay up. Oh, but Wiebke takes her green trusty driver. Maybe she's going for it and proving me wrong.
Oh, she's got almost had a perfect angle on it, but that's faded off to the left, and she's just throwing it right into the... And that is hazard, so she will be able to play from there, so I guess just throw as hard as you can, take the stroke, and but it is par 3, so...
And Laura saw that and took her... what's the college name?
Tortoise.
No.
Tarte au chocolat.
Oh, tarte au chocolat.
Oh, ouais.
Alors.
Turquoise is actually the color.
Turquoise, thank you. So, what I was trying to say was these two saw what Wiebke did and resisted the urge to take the driver and took a putter, lay it up, and aim with the second shot for the green. Same game with the harp here, with Maria.
Yep.
Easy layup.
Smart play. Just gain that 40, 50, 60 meters so that you can be a little more precise with your upshot. That's a good plan.
Well, the thing is, if you enjoy driving far and you're safe in putting, you can still play your 3 on this hole.
Yeah. Oh, the harp's not doing its job this time.
Ooh.
But she is in the circle, so she's certainly got a chance at saving her par here.
The turquoise. No, I'm not going to say it. Easy.
You could just call it blue-green.
Blue-green, thank you.
You're welcome.
Petrolish.
Patrolish, yeah. Ooh, I'd skip it off the path if I were her. But I don't know if she's got that shot in her bag. Look at that. Opportunities open for path
she's
skip.
Going for the basket. Skippy.
Nice.
Skippy-dibby.
Sweet, straight shot. One of the hardest shots in disc golf, incredibly enough, Nate. Just a nice, controlled, straight shot that doesn't move off to the left or right too much. Here's Wiebke for her par save, and she's just opting to lay it up and take her bogey.
That's for those who want to know. Her prodigy putter, it's the P3. And this is the longest putt for Maria. And
nice. Sneaks it in, right-hand side. Well done.
Oh, that's perfect. Just after the double bogey, come back with a par and finish the front 9. which we're all about to do.
Nice
Yes.
putt.
And Wiebke might consider her game plan on this hole.
So it looks as if the entire group has gained a stroke on the leader, Wiebke Jahn from Germany, who is going into the back nine with a 5-stroke lead. So
Yeah.
she's pretty comfortable in there. And there is also another, this is only the second round of 3, I believe, correct?
That is correct. Well, yeah, we're part of history, and it's safe to say that disc golf is so much better played when it's warmer. But we're here in Drava, and this is after the half of the tournament actually. Wiebke leading with 5 strokes, and we have a battle for second with 1 stroke distance between Laura and Maria. Please tune back in for the back nine with more disc golf and Dave and Jan.
Oops.